with all the recent Black Ops 7 zombies controversy and Black Ops 7 as a whole, it's going to be nice to actually get a Black Ops 2 Iceberg explanation video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I want to give a big shout out, obviously, to Fellow for allowing me to check out this video. But ladies and gentlemen,
what's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, today is a little bit different.
I'm excited for this one. Let's go, man.
Making an Iceberg video,
yes.
And I've only seen zombie icebergs, so for this video, I'm going to go more in depth with the multiplayer and campaign, and
like
of course
to see
some
that.
zombies.
Of course,
I do want to clarify that almost half of these are things that I decided to add myself or things I found within the Black Ops 2 community as a whole. And for those who don't know what an iceberg is, I'll just give you a quick summary.
You wouldn't be here if you didn't.
Iceberg, the part you can see above the water represents the surface level facts
that everyone knows,
most well-known ideas.
Yeah.
As you go deeper down into the iceberg, the tiers represent more obscure, confusing, or mysterious information that only hardcore fans or researchers usually know. By the time you reach the bottom tiers, you're basically in territory of rumors, lost media, strange theories, or things that might not even be fully proven or real.
I also wonder if there's going to be some connections here with Black Ops 7, because I feel like there might be.
It's basically a visual way to show you how deep the rabbit hole goes with a game or show,
Black Ops 2 is
deep, in general. But without further ado, let's get into the Black Ops 2 Iceberg.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited. Surface, I mean, we should all know this stuff. Let's be real here. Futuristic game. Come on.
Nuketown 2025 was a pre-order bonus that came along with the game upon receiving it. Many believed that it was going to be part of the actual game, which it was, but technically it is considered a DLC.
This DLC marked Nuketown coming back into every Black Ops game, including now BO7, which is, it's insane. They've made so much money off of it. And what's sad, from what I heard, the creator of Nuketown does not get any royalties for COD spamming his map, which sucks.
But it was still in the game.
That's really sad.
Was given free over time. The Pick-10 creator class was first introduced into Black Ops 2, and from that point on, it was probably the most beloved UI creator class system that we've ever had in Call of Duty as a whole. This influenced other Call of Duty titles to follow the same UI format. Another change that we saw in Black Ops 2 was the fact that they got rid of technically kill streaks and they became score streaks. Now, score streaks work the same as kill streaks, not only for the amount of kills you get, but also for the amount of points. For example,
it's just so bizarre. I never thought that they would put this in zombies as well, you know? Why is this in zombies?
Objectives like on domination or hardpoint will go towards your kill streaks, and also your kill streaks will help you get other streaks, meaning that if you pop a UAV, it grants you points.
This was super innovative at the time. I mean, look at the Machinima logo, bro. What a time, bro. 13 years ago.
Towards your next kill streak. And this was the first time that we've ever seen this, yet again, in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was the first game to introduce League play as a whole to casual multiplayer players.
This catapulted 100 Thieves. I'm going to be honest. Without this, bro, 100 Thieves would not exist. League play might arguably one of the most influential modes probably since, like, zombies itself.
Not only that competitive play was introduced, also
look at the lag.
Shoutcasting, meaning that you could just watch a regular competitive game almost like you're a caster.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool detail for them to add. Considering Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 have their own iconic maps, and of course all the other games, but if we go back to 2012, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 had Nuketown, and if we look at Black Ops 2,
it's definitely hijacked.
Remove the remakes and we look at the unique original maps for that game, hijacked would be the Nuketown of Black Ops 2.
I mean, it was put in BO3 as skyjacked, and it's even coming back 13 years freaking later in Black Ops 7, bro. Like, they can't make a good map to save their life anymore. It's crazy.
The super popular core favorite multiplayer maps. Transit/Green Run is Black Ops 2's first zombie.
Exactly what I'm saying. We're getting Ashes of the Damned, which is a modern iteration of this.
Zombies experience. Now, this is a no-brainer that Transit is the first zombies experience that we get right off the bat of Black Ops 2, but it's the fact that it's open world, and it's the first time we've ever seen a map this large before, so for this to be one of the first maps that we receive upon launch, it definitely added a lot of excitement within these
even though those cheeks, man.
Campaign has branching choices and multiple endings.
Bro.
Now, if you've played the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 campaign, you know that the game can end in different ways.
You have to realize this was so innovative at the time. time, especially for a COD campaign. There were very few games doing this at the time. Now it's been a massive thing. Obviously, Telltale definitely capitalized on that. But for Black Ops 2, to actually have meaningful endings as well, no other game has done it as good as BO2.
Example, if you shoot Mason in the legs instead of the head, then he
completely
will show
changes
up 30
the game.
years later at the end of the game.
Well, and I hate what's the worst part about BO7 now is they fully canonized this game. So there's certain versions of this game that just don't actually exist for the future plots of other games, which is really stupid. That's what created the magic of the multiple choice system. And that's what Zelensky wanted to do in BO2 Zombies as well, man. It's tough.
Decide to kill Menendez at the end. The war is technically not over because the White House gets overrun by the Cortes Diaz protests.
Yeah.
But if you decide to let Menendez live, he'll come back and kill Woods, and then burning himself alive.
Yeah, the tough scenes. Okay, we're getting deeper. Yeah, that was pretty knowledgeable, I would say. I feel most people knew that. Let's see what's
here.
Now,
one of the first things that we actually see again in the Call of Duty franchise is a mastery camo. In the Call of Duties before that, the highest camo you could get was only gold. But with the introduction of Black Ops 2, diamond camos were a new introduction to.
Well, and BO3 iterated that with Dark Matter as well. But now it's just excessive, bro. Campaign has a mastery camo for BO7. I mean, dog, just let it go, bro. Let me enjoy campaign. Goodness.
Grinding system.
Frick, I gotta grind campaign for it.
On every single weapon of a section in order for you to unlock it.
Yeah.
Every game followed suit with a similar system. Nav cards are connected through Transit, Die Rise, and Buried, and it follows the Victus crew throughout the game.
Really exciting. This system is coming for BO3 custom zombies across the remastered versions of the map. I doubt Black Ops 7 will do this for zombies. No shot and no way.
Ignoring,
no chance.
Origins and Mob of the Dead.
Yeah, not a chance.
It wasn't until the release of Die Rise and later Buried that the puzzle became clear, because it was first introduced in Transit, but no one knew what it was. Each new zombies map had its own hidden nav card and its own nav card reader. To give you an example of how this Easter egg or puzzle worked, the nav card from Transit that you would find could be inserted into the Die Rise nav card reader. The nav card from Die Rise could be inserted into the Buried one, and the nav card from Buried, well, that one would fit
so cool.
right back into Transit. A system that
such a unique system. It was very frustrating at the time during the map's releases, not knowing what each nav card did. But going back and seeing, especially now that like Black Ops 6 isn't even probably getting a super Easter egg, this was way better.
Linked them together in ways that the zombies community have never seen before.
Yeah.
You have the choice to choose two buttons. One of them will make Stuhlinger's eyes blue, meaning that I think Richtofen just takes control of his body.
Yeah.
The second button turns the zombie's eyes orange, I think dropping a bunch of different power-ups. After that, nothing came of it. No new cutscene, no map unlock, nothing. Galvanuckles is like the Bowie knife from Black Ops 1 Zombies. Instead, it's a brass knuckle that shoots out electricity.
It's crazy. I mean, we do have a better version of this system now in Modern Zombies, but it doesn't feel as unique. You just spawn in with a melee weapon, and they don't have damage scaling like the older games did, which I miss.
Once you hit
I really think that was better.
This was the first time we've ever seen it in a Call of Duty Zombies map.
Yeah.
It was first introduced in Transit and then also available in Buried and Die Rise, and it would cost about 6,000 points. Yeah. But it never made a return in future Call of Duty Black Ops games, meaning that it's only
until Black Ops 4 Alpha Omega, and then it kind of just fell off from that point.
Exclusively found on Black Ops 2 Zombies, and it seems to be only with the Victus crew.
Yeah.
Turn game mode was one of those modes that was left in the dust by Treyarch.
Yeah.
But the mode focused on letting players become zombies for the first times.
There were so many side modes for Black Ops 2. It's insane how in 2012 they were more ambitious with zombies than 2025. How has this happened, dog? Doesn't even make sense.
Area in the map Transit, and what you had to do was survive as long as you can against other players, almost like infection, and whenever the zombie kills the survivor, you become one, and so on and so forth. But why this mode fits into this category is because, well, it was part of the first ever DLC, and it was pretty popular back in the day.
Sick.
Because the release of a new Call of Duty
Listen,
game.
I would rather have a failed zombies mode than the garbage that we're getting now. Especially the way they brought back Grief for BO6 was just so disrespectful.
But also a new zombies experience, new multiplayer maps and the new Peacekeeper gun, which definitely built a lot of hype for this game.
Yeah.
But obviously, over time, it became forgotten as Treyarch never updated the mode ever since its release.
Yeah.
The Grief mode debuted in Black Ops 2 Zombies.
Exactly, yeah.
And it was Treyarch's way to expand the Zombies experience into a competitive mode. 8 players were split into 2 squads of 4. Both teams fought off the same waves as zombies.
Grief was peak, man, on BO2. BO6 Grief is garbage. I haven't even tried it, but just looking at footage of it online, I'm like, dog, never.
But with
never.
Twist, you couldn't directly kill the other team.
Horrid.
Instead, the goal was to make them fail. And this is where we get the first introduction of a government agency involving themselves.
I know there was lore, bro. It was sick.
If we eliminate the map 5. One team consisted of the CIA, while the other team consisted of the CDC. We can also see this in the Nuketown Zombies, the first...
Like, the maps were way better designed for Grief back in the day. It's just insane.
Come out for zombies. Now, the target finder attachment is a scope that highlights enemies with a red diamond on it, meaning that when the enemy comes into the line of sight, you're able to see them in a red diamond shape. I mean,
they'll never bring this back. It was crazy. It was even in BO2 Zombies, but it was so pointless.
Target finder was easy for noobs to use.
Yeah.
People could just crouch in the back of the
busted.
map with an LMG and let the diamond sort of crosshair do the work. And that's why the community dubbed it as the noob scope. I mean, I just think it looks ugly, and I don't like the way it looks.
But it was futuristic. It was cool for the time.
I agree that it is definitely a noob scope. Michael Rooker plays in the Black Ops 2 campaign. It is the side character that's along with you.
Not his first time in Call of Duty. His first time was Black Ops 1 in Zombies. He's a big guy, and he's back for BO7 too. So I'm excited to see how he plays.
Entire time. And a lot of people apparently didn't know this, but he appeared in Black Ops 1 as well.
Yes.
Not in the campaign, but he actually appears in the Black Ops 1 Zombies map called Call of the Dead. And funny enough, if you look at the intro of the map, they're all filming a movie, so every actor that plays a Call of Duty character is just playing...
None of the other members of Call of the Dead came back. Danny Trejo, Robert Englund, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I mean, she had one quote in Black Ops 3, but none of them came back. You would have thought they would have.
As themselves
so bizarre
inside of a zombies apocalypse, which is pretty cool.
I think there may be operators in other games.
Machines
I don't know.
And the Pack-a-Punch machine don't start on the beginning of the map. Instead, they drop in from the sky at random times. Well, the drop isn't specifically tied to the round number, but to the number of zombie kills after every set amount. So the population counter on the Nuketown sign decreases, and once it hits the right threshold, a random perk machine or Pack-a-Punch will fall into the map. And for some reason, I thought it was every 5 rounds, but I could be right or wrong. So let me know down.
I think it's a really interesting system. It basically counts down a specific amount of zombies, and then something will drop into the map. Sometimes it can just like be a fake thing. Really cool system. Alpha Omega also never utilized this as well. Like, what were they thinking?
Comments below.
Yeah, it was so cool. Here we go. Let's go into the deep end. Yeah, a lot of these I feel like I'm still going to know, but it's when we get deeper and deeper, it's going to take some time for me.
The Nuketown Siren. Now, this relates to the last thing I spoke in the last tier, where every few rounds or every few kills perk or a Pack-a-Punch machine drops from the sky. Well, now, in Nuketown Zombies specifically, there's no such thing as a nuke sirens because, well, players did say they heard a loud siren, but that siren only happens when a perk or Pack-a-Punch machine comes down.
Well, and that's the thing. It was the coolest part of BO2, and Black Ops 4 did not include this. It was so bizarre.
So it's not a secret nuclear ending like many once probably believed, but it's simply just an audio cue to the population counter mechanic. One of the strangest mysteries in Black Ops 2 Zombies is the driver Ted. Specifically in the map Transit, he's your guide, he drives you around the map. While you're playing, you'll probably notice a few one-liner sarcastic jokes, but hidden in the game files are actually some unused and bizarre voice lines that...
It's so sad, like, that's probably just going to be put into the operator in BO7, and then I wonder as well, like, is he actually going to have any use in Ashes of the Damned? I have no clue.
Suggest Treyarch had bigger plans.
Probably nothing.
And maybe even an alternative bus route. Now, out of all the unused dialogues there is, I think the one that interests the people the most is the one that goes, "Please fasten your seatbelts. We're going off the beaten path. and Route B is now opened.
And again, Ashes of the Damned won't go into the lore like this, bro, because Bus Route B was to go to Nuketown, and that's where the whole Marlton lore and all that started. But it's just sad, because Ashes of the Damned is basically its own thing. It's not transit.
That dialogue was never used in-game, leaving us fans wondering what it was supposed to be for.
It would have been so cool if the map connected to Nuketown. It connected to Noct.
Had lines about going off route. Maybe there was really a second path that Treyarch cut before release. Some players believe these lines were leftovers from an early build where transit was a bigger world. But we're going to keep that for later on in this video.
And it's so crazy because they could have done that with BO7, yet they're just making like modernized Warzone transit, which we'll see how it goes, man.
And also Nuketown, but specifically more on the map Grind. There's actually a green alien plushie that can be seen across the map. Now, these green aliens actually have a deeper meaning to them. Now, if you've ever played the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, specifically 1 and 2, there's an achievement where you can actually collect the exact same green alien across the different
I didn't actually know this.
Game. And also considering that in the Black Ops 6 remake of Grind, they actually advertised the remaster of Pro Skater 1 and 2. Which is the first
that's
the
cool.
Black Ops 2 franchise that actually has a crossover with another game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This makes sense because Activision owns the Tony Hawk Pro Skater
games,
the Dark Ether Incursion Raul Menendez.
This
is something that I found out while making this video, and I thought it was interesting because I've never heard of it. The year is 1984 in January, and Zombies lore actually crossed over with the campaign villain Raul Menendez. According to the expanded storyline details, a dark ether breach opened up at the Menendez cartel airstrip, unleashing the undead on his men.
This is them rewriting Black Ops 2, dog. Let's just be frickin' for real here.
Menendez barely escaped and ordered his cartel to shoot any zombies on sight, and even called Soviet reinforcements to contain the outbreak. It's a strange but fascinating link between the Zombies Dark Ether storyline.
I wonder if this is either tied in with Cold War or BO7. I don't know.
And the Black Ops 2
Menendez is in a bunch of games now.
This just shows that Treyarch sometimes likes to blend campaign and zombies universes together, which is honestly quite odd to me.
Yeah, it is odd.
B. Ever since Black Ops 2 Zombies launched in 2012, one of the most famous myths has been the existence...
If Ashes of the Damned doesn't have a reference to Bus Route B, it's a bad map, dog. Let's just say it.
Transit.
I'm saying it how it is.
Because inside of the bus depot, the route sign actually showed two paths. Route A, which is the one players ride with Ted, and a mysterious Route B that never appeared in-game. Almost immediately, theories exploded across YouTube and forums, with players convinced that there was a way to unlock it.
I miss the theory crafting like this back in COD Zombies. It was so alive. Now it is just non-existent because there's nothing to give players to feed off of, man.
Players believed it's
crazy.
The nav cards that we previously spoke with, which required completing the Maxis and Richtofen Easter egg. Right. And some people were just lying and said they glitched the game and swore they had footage of the bus driving into a cornfield towards a new location. At the time, it added fuel to the fire. I mean, data miners did uncover the unused TED quote we previously said.
It does exist, yeah.
And the most evidence suggests that it was a scrapped feature that couldn't run properly on the Xbox 360 or PS3 hardware. I mean, we know that Treyarch cut a lot of things from the game.
Treyarch, listen to me right now, okay? Black Ops 7 is going to fail. You're copying Black Ops 6, okay? Let's just be real. Number one. Number two, hire Jimmy Zielinski back. This guy made Zombies iconic. He made the most popular stuff in Zombies. The perks, the mystery box, the teddy bear, the ray gun. Dog, what are we doing? How is this guy not back at Treyarch yet with the game absolutely tanking? I swear if they do not bring him back, the game is going to continuously fail. Blundell's at his own studio, okay? Zielinski was at Ubisoft. Ubisoft is kind of cooked. Treyarch, I'm telling you, give this man a bonus, bro. Get him in the game again.
Later, but even without proof, Legend of Bus Route B became a cornerstone in the Zombies culture and community.
For real.
And this is an endless thing in theory that people in the Zombies community still look for today and try to look into the game files.
Better be an Ashes of the Damned. I'm telling you, Treyarch, dude, you have the roadmap, literally.
Now, these two icons, the Intruder and the Lockbreaker, are examples of cut campaign.
Oh, what? I've never seen that.
Now, they were never usable in the final game, but their menu icons remain in the files. The intruder and the lockbreaker were most likely planned as special abilities or bonus things that you could unlock for Strike Force missions or campaign missions. Since they were cut early, we only know them by name and icon, and they serve as a small leftover of what Treyarch's original campaign design could have been. Now, as far as weapon goes, there's actually quite a few weapons that was cut from the game, starting with a futuristic M4
bro.
an RX-4 Storm, a semi-auto assault.
Well, the Strela might have just been a port from BO1. XM25 was from MW3. The Lynx, I think, was MW3 as well. These other ones, though, are all new.
Rifle. The TAR-21 that was actually replaced by the MTAR, the NS-2000, a pump-action shotgun that fired explosive rounds, the DTS-RS, a bolt-action
which was the DSR,
rifle, also known as the Desert Tactical, Lynx, a semi-auto sniper rifle, also known as the Gepard GM6.
Might have become the SVU, who
Lynx,
knows?
Which does make an appearance in Call of Duty Ghosts, the Sterla 3, a vehicle lock-on launcher, the XM25, a missile launcher.
I think the War Machine was a better replacement than this. This thing's very ugly.
This gun actually was in Modern Warfare 3. As for the multiplayer maps, there was actually supposed to be a map called Cruise, which I couldn't really find any details on, but it could have been
just hijacked. But I mean, another boat map would have been sick. It's such a cool map, man.
Hijack type of map. And there's actually a early version of the map Plaza that used to be called the Promenade. Even in the cover, it doesn't even look close to Plaza. Now, there were two scrapped attachments that were supposed to come to the multiplayer. One being an ammo pack that added more ammunition for your weapon, and a bipod that adds a mountable bipod.
Frick the bipod, bro. The bipod in World at War was stupid. I'd never bring it back, bro. It's such a dumb thing.
Two game modes were actually scrapped, with a mode called Hacker actually having a finished icon, implying that it was scrapped extremely late in development, right before release.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, the game mode Hacker is a point-based free-for-all game mode. Players would have to disable and then hack a neutral GRs.
Oh, that would have been annoying.
Points for hacking, and obviously killing other players and getting kills with the ARGs. In the latest build of the game, all that remains is the icon. The game mode Purgatory was a game mode that served as every time you kill enemy players and eliminate them, a player on your team will respawn. And this was also cut from Black Ops 3.
It's kind of like an inverse search and destroy. That would be kind of cool, to be honest.
We did see this as a limited time game mode featured in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0.
Oh,
now,
interesting.
From what we know, there's only one camo that was scrapped with an icon. And the name of this camo was actually called Massacre. The camo is just basically a whole pool of blood. But interestingly enough, it actually made
Activision probably put the axe on that one, dog.
Return as a challenge camo for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, meaning that you just needed to get 75 headshots with assault rifles to unlock it. Now, in recent years, it came out that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies was supposed to have a DLC 5, and it was supposed to be what we know now today, Black Ops 3 as...
That's the biggest, thing. That was such a big reveal. What was that, in 2024? What a massive reveal that was.
Zombie Chronicles. Now, the maps that were supposed to come into Black Ops 2 Zombies were Nocturne on Toten, Verrückt, Shinonuma, Duris, Keener, Dur...
5, bro.
Map 5, Ascension, Shangri-La, and Moon.
It was basically gonna be the Resurrection DLC from Black Ops 1's DLC 4 as Black Ops 2. I am glad that they just decided to put it back into BO3, especially the ugly maps like Moon. It would have looked so bad on BO2. But again, maps like 5, I kind of would have liked to see again. I don't really like Classified in BO4.
Now, remember when I had previously mentioned that Transit had a bunch of stuff probably cut from its map? Well, the original layout was actually linked in a poster that gives us a totally different map than what we have.
Like the copyright or whatever expired 10 years after the release of the map, which is why in 2024, for some reason, we just all of a sudden got all these leaked concept arts for Transit. And I hope Ashes of the Damned is as good as this map, but it might not be in terms of the creative aspect. This is so cool to look at.
Today, still following a similar look, the power station is definitely different, and instead of lava, it's just surrounded by water on this island, meaning that they probably originally didn't go for a nuclear type of look. But it's really cool to see early versions of what Transit was supposed to be like.
And the logo, too. It looks like something out of, like, Vanguard. It's so bizarre.
Especially the power station, this huge section. And it seems like it was supposed to be probably one of the biggest parts of the map, comparing all the other point of interest that we see. I mean, there's a concept art for town that was also leaked.
Bro, this is what I mean. This one image has so much more atmosphere than anything I've seen from Ashes of the Damned. It's crazy, dog. Look at this. It's sick.
Lava on the ground and how the atmosphere was supposed to look like.
Oh, it looks so good.
It was supposed to be surrounded by just forests. And
yeah, interesting.
I hope that one day maybe we get to see what the original Transit was supposed to be like.
Nah,
subsection maps were part of Black Ops 2's Transit playability, meaning that
when this is coming back in BO7, but it's going to be freaking terrible. I can already tell. What made these have identity was the limited items, right? Treyarch is not going to understand that.
Separately play Bus Depot, Farm, and Town, and even Diner on their own, but there was actually supposed to be more parts that were supposed to be playable,
which is being made now for Return to Transit by Verco on BO3 Customs, which is sick. He's making a bridge survival, a cornfield map, a diner map, a tunnel map. It's sick, dude. He's cooking.
Those parts are also within the map Transit, one being the cornfield, the Nocturne Toten part that's at the back of the map.
Don't think he's making a Noct.
The power station was supposed to have a part, meaning that was scrapped right before release.
Noct has been overdone on BO3 Customs. Nobody wants to make another version.
And lastly, the tunnel part of Transit was also supposed to be playable as its own map. But it was most likely cut for obviously memory issues.
Of course.
Transit game modes. Several game modes for the map Transit were created but then scrapped due to, again, memory limitations. Some of the most notable ones that I found on this list are meat, which you grab a piece of meat and throw it at another player, and whoever has the meat, zombies will focus on attacking that individual. Deadpool is a mode where you need to reach the end before your teammates. Nothing really was said about this, but it seems to be some sort of race mode. And speaking about race mode, there was a mode actually called Race, where you had to kill the necessary zombies to open a door to reach the end. And obviously
it's crazy because it just reminds me how, like, different modes, if they're successful, like Last Man Standing, people love these in zombies, yet Treyarch doesn't got the innovative juice to really come up with these ideas anymore, man. And, you know, I really wish they would have just thrown it all in just to see which one stuck and which one didn't, you know?
The first team to survive and reach the end wins. No Man's Land was a mode where you had to survive rounds of multiple enemy types. And of course, the game would end when everyone died. But what piqued my curiosity with this mode was the fact that there was different enemy types. There would have been different types of zombies in Black Ops 2. Now, for the game,
which would have been innovative at the time. Nowadays, everybody's sick and tired of the weapon and enemy spam.
Meat, there's actually a concept art of what it was supposed to look like. And we see a lot of neon signs and actually the moon being
Treyarch rehired this concept artist. They cooked, dog.
So close to
Please,
the planet,
bro.
And we don't even see any lava. And it seems like the laundromat area was actually opened, which honestly is pretty cool. And again, I'm so curious to see how this would look like. Origins was originally designed to be much larger and similar in the scope of Transit.
I know,
extra
bro.
Areas like the
and this whole church area was supposed to be Gen 6, and they actually had it in model, in gameplay, from a couple of videos that you guys have seen of me back in 2024 covering it, which I kind of think I like the current Origins better, but still, would be cool to see a second map considering how popular Origins is.
Village, farmhouse, main chamber, and graveyard.
Dude.
But these were cut due to memory and performance limitations.
This should have been what the tomb was. I'ma just say it.
Early concept art and pre-alpha builds revealed that parts of
Daniel Chang, Treyarch, please make sure this man is working there. Thank you very much.
The village and graveyard were nearly complete. Bombarded buildings, extended tank paths. This early layout also included different generator placements. While these features never made it into the final map, traces of the trenches and unused geometry outside of the playable areas are just a hint of what the map could have originally been. In a leaked build of Black Ops 2's Jangle Juggernaut for Mob of the Dead, it was accompanied by static and distorted audio, and it was later cut from the release of the build.
I don't think I've ever heard this. Oh, that's sick. They did do an electric cherry jingle, which apparently some zombie YouTubers still have. I don't know if they'll ever release it or not. Yo, what the heck? Who's that in the background, dog? Yeah, that's freaky. What the heck? Oh. Dude, this ambience and, like, fear you don't get in zombies now.
Another popular thing within the zombies community was that there was an exclusive game mode in the mode Grief that functions similar to Meat, but instead of just Meat, it was Richtofen's head. The multiplayer map Cove looks like Shangri-La.
Bro, yes. And then Hybes as well recreated Cove on Black Ops 3 as a zombies map. And it plays great. Honestly, like, it's crazy to me that this was only an MP map.
Now, this one's kind of a little ridiculous. I've never really seen this one, but apparently someone made a comparison.
Maybe like the similar rocks and stuff, but it's definitely a different map. Like Cove is an island, whereas like Shang is like, oh, it's on Mars, bro.
With the assets from Shangri-La and Cove, and apparently they looked the same or almost similar or based on that. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. So I think this one's kind of a little bit ridiculous, but it is interesting. War Mode was a Call of Duty mode that came out in World at War, but was also reintroduced
in World War II.
In Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, there was an article released in 2015 of someone interviewing David Vonderhaar. Quote, he said, "Never say never. Here's a hint. We have a very like war mode that isn't exactly war that
I just made a video about this, about how like Treyarch is so innovative. They'll make incredible things and then Activision will be like, psych, take it out of the game, dog. And it's like, you feel so bad. That's why I feel like I can't trust Treyarch anymore. There's been too many times of this happening, dog. Let it go.
Would love to tell you about
Activision, please.
Dragged away by PR, meaning that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 had plans to add different game modes from previous titles, but we never got an exclusive game mode added to Black Ops 2, and we might never know what that mode was supposed to be like.
It would have been sick,
though. There's a theory that some fans argue that Harper accidentally compromised the CIA's deep cover operation. During the mission, you play as Farid, who was secretly working as a CIA mole within the Cortes Diaz, as he spends much of the mission worried that...
I guarantee you this fan theory is going to have no answering in Black Ops 7's campaign. 100%, bro.
Menendez already suspects his true identity while communicating with Harper. The two openly discuss plans that could expose Farid's cover, and once they link up, Harper makes a critical mistake, such as sarcastically calling Farid a egghead in front of Menendez. This, combined with Harper's remarks about American blood, tips Menendez off, confirming that his suspicions that Farid is a traitor. As a result, Farid's cover is effectively blown, and depending on the player's choice, he can either execute Harper or execute himself.
Dang, Harper, come on, Michael Rooker, what are you doing, man?
And the theory suggests that Harper's carelessness sealed the fate of the CIA's infiltration. But again, I don't think Harper would purposely expose an operation that could compromise everyone in the party.
Sheesh, dang. Back when Black Ops 2 had lore to like feed off of, man. Again, you don't see these theories.
Is definitely something that isn't
Obama?
The craziest thing, but it is interesting. Obama announcer DLC. Black Ops 2 had a lot.
Nah, dog. Dude, that would be the day. A COD campaign voiced by the president. I mean, you do have like the AI voices now, which is kind of funny, but like there ain't no way, dog.
Of different voice acting videos where people would troll as different voice characters from cartoons such as Cleveland Brown, Peter Griffin, Obama, Donald Trump, and so
the days, man. They don't make content like this no more, bro.
on and so forth. And this goes on. Now, apparently for the longest time, there was a community joke that was kept alive by troll videos that a Barack Obama announcer DLC. And honestly, it's not a far-fetched idea.
It's because these videos went so viral. I mean, now I know this guy's YouTube channel. He basically just does like Omegle videos basically now.
The Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's tough.
After BO2, COD Ghost actually had announcer DLC packs.
There he is, man.
One of them included Snoop Dogg.
There he
President
is.
Hoover. And if you haven't watched my Mandela video, you know that there is someone that speculated hearing good job, team. President Hoover will be pleased inside of within
Oh,
the map raid
interesting.
on Search and Destroy.
I think this was
Now,
fake, though.
Theory or false
We covered this in the Mandela effect. This has got to be fake.
memory is scattered all over the place, as many people claimed it was in Battlefield 1 and in different other games, and the voice line has never been found 100%.
I think that's
so
just
if
fake.
you know anything, let me know down in the comments below. One of the stranger fan theories from Black Ops 2 was the idea that Raul Menendez, the main campaign villain, was originally supposed to appear in Zombies as a boss or NPC. The theory mostly came from the way Treyarch was starting to blur the lines between...
Well, dude, this guy, like, appeared in Vanguard or something as an operator. It's just like, bro, what are they doing? And now he's back, but he's, like, not actually there in BO7. It's going to be so bizarre, bro.
Campaign and Zombies with characters and weapons and even lore crossing over in small ways. Some fans speculated that Menendez's cartel, or even Menendez himself, could have shown up in Zombies, especially after his cameo connections in the extended lore like the Dark Ether storyline.
The worst intel of all time. I don't even care. Cold War's intel, dog. Yeah, I'm a read all that, dog, and get nothing out of it.
In the end, no evidence has ever been confirmed of this, and Menendez remains strictly a campaign character. Reznov makes only one appearance in Black Ops 2, which was in the mission Old Wounds. It's set in Afghanistan in 1986. This is where Mason and Woods are interrogating Kravchenko and
like Reznov's coming back to BO7. How are they gonna do this, dog? Like, what are? I'm so confused.
The end of the mission, you're betrayed and thrown off a truck, left to die in the desert, where presumably Reznov comes and saves you. Now, a lot of speculations came out of people thinking that he was making a full return. But
I mean, it was so cool back in BO2, but who cares now in BO7? You know they're just putting him in to put him in.
It was just a quick cameo since Mason never fully recovered from the brainwashing, as we saw during his interrogation with Kravchenko. Reznov's voice could be heard saying Kravchenko must die with the numbers showing up on the screen.
Probably just some random dude.
Meaning that this doesn't really have a deeper meaning to it, but rather just
an Activision's like, put him in BO7, put him in BO7, bro.
Nod reference to the last game. Black Ops 2 predicted 2025. Now this is kind of a crazy
crazy. I saw a video about this.
Black Ops 2 released in 2012, set most of its campaign in 2025. And people say Treyarch predicted the future in a lot of ways. And
they really did, in a lot of ways. Like, not 100%, but obviously some of the things they got right were kind of scary.
The setting is obviously futuristic, and it felt like a science fiction. But looking at it now, Treyarch actually got a lot of that right. I mean, the campaign features a lot of drone warfare, which is now a real factor in modern conflicts, especially in Ukraine. It shows a rising
Rip my Ukrainian brothers.
China rivalry and resource conflicts, something mirrored in today's trade wars. The game even predicted the rise of cyber attacks and hacking, with Menendez hijacking.
Dude, like, this is what I mean. Like, back then, I feel like COD was legit made by people that worked in the government. Because it's like, how are they so spot on, bro?
U.S. drones.
Something crazy.
Governments now openly fear predicted how social media could be weaponized to influence millions.
Dude, legit.
A concept that feels eerily real in today's world on online propaganda and disinformation. While not every prediction came true in Black Ops 2's version of 2020,
the whole plot of BO2 was very similar, though, to what we have today.
It feels a lot closer to reality than anyone's ever expected when we first played it back in the day.
It was wild.
But that is it for the Black Ops 2 tier list. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. And
great video. Genuinely, like, Black Ops 2 is probably becoming more and more influential by the day. Go check out Follow, and I'll see y'all in the next one.